Imagine stepping into a courtroom, the air electric. A former pop star stands, 8 months pregnant, every eye fixed on her. Her name, Cassie Ventura. Her story, allegations of years of coercion, abuse, blackmail. And her former partner, Sean Diddy Combs, a global icon now facing federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges. What unfolds next will echo far beyond these walls. Cassie began dating Diddy in 2007. From label mate to public couple, their romance captivated media. But in November 2023, everything changed. Cassie filed a civil suit under New York's Adult Survivors Act, accusing Combs of drug-fueled freak-offs, physical violence, emotional coercion, even threats to release recorded encounters. She settled quickly, but the revelation cracked open a dam. Soon, federal prosecutors raided Diddy's properties and launched charges. Now, she is victim one, stepping forward under her own name. No shield of anonymity. This isn't a celebrity scandal. It's a reckoning before the law. Lights dim. The judge calls proceedings to order. Cassie rises. She recounts the 2016 hotel hallway assault, armed with surveillance footage, Diddy dragging and kicking her, throwing vases, a moment that shattered her silence. She shares, quietly but unflinchingly, "I felt worthless." Through tears, she describes being treated like a commodity, coerced into monstrous freak-offs, drugged, stripped of power and choice. Defense paints a different picture, highlighting a 2009 text exchange where Cassie once expressed consent, but testifies the coercion stripped her autonomy. She confirms, "I participated only to please him." Her voice holds that emotional core of courage and pain. Tension mounts. Cross-examination begins. Scene in court. Diddy nodding vigorously at jurors during witness testimony, prompting a stern judicial warning about influencing the jury. Another explosive moment. A stranger erupts in the gallery, shouting accusations, forcing a pause in proceedings. Each intense moment underscores what's at stake.
Diddy up there wilding.
Yeah.
He finna let people know he was hitting this baby mama. You see it's coming out. Because, you know, Cassie and her was best friends. So when a playing like the way Diddy playing, this is real shit. My woman right there. My woman's right there.
Diddy, everybody in the industry that we like.
If I tell my woman...
That I don't disagree with.
Listen,
they
listen, you think if Diddy told Cassie, make that happen with Laura, it wasn't gonna happen? You heard
I think they have incredible power. I would doubt nothing that comes out of that camp over there.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
We learn more shit than we ever needed.
But my question to you is, because outside of his sexual preference, what problem did you have with Nip?
He a rolling 60 neighborhood crip, which is a detrimental organization to Black America.
Okay, now hold on. So will the kids listen to somebody that's not that, even though they're into that, to keep them from being that, or will they listen from the individual that's telling them not to be that, and you could do something different? Look at me.
That individual. That's only a small portion of our kids that's going into that. Most of our kids aren't going into that. Maybe in LA, in those small LA, Chicago, but outside of those two entities, our kids aren't automatically
rolling
going into that.
60s deep as a mother in Texas.
But
Not just for Cassie, but for a system defending victims under the glare of fame. Cassie isn't alone. Jane, another former partner, testifies to similar coercion, drug-fueled group sex events, emotional manipulation. Brianna Bana Bongolan recalls being dangled over a balcony in 2016. Capricorn Clark, Diddy's ex-assistant, exposes a violent culture, tales of assault, kidnapping threats, rape claims from Mia. Their stories converge, painting a systemic pattern of control, coercion, and psychological brutality. Behind these testimonies are human beings. Cassie, glowing with pregnancy, reliving trauma under intense courtroom lights. She describes bruises, fear, emotional isolation, confessing moments of feeling worthless, even as she navigated career pressures. This is more than legal argument, it's survival under a spotlight. And in that moment, she becomes a voice for countless others, silenced by power. Her testimony ripples outward. It raises urgent questions. What is consent under coercion? How does wealth shield accountability? Does the legal system truly support victim voices? A media critic's lens reminds us of sensationalism pitfalls. A trauma psychologist underscores the emotional consequences of telling one's truth publicly. Cassie's stand becomes more than testimony. It becomes testimony. The prosecution nears its end. Cassie walks off the stand and, for a moment, the jury's eyes linger on her. Some lean in, some shift, processing every word. Outside, the public awaits. Will her testimony tip the scales? Can a powerful figure be held accountable? Cassie's courtroom presence is more than a legal battle. It's a charge to society. She reclaimed her narrative under duress, shining a light on hidden abuses of power. This trial isn't just about Diddy. It's about visibility, vulnerability, and what true accountability looks like in an age of influence and illusion. For young professionals watching this unfold, here's what matters. Your voice matters. Your truth deserves to be heard. And institutions, legal or social, must choose integrity over celebrity. As the verdict approaches, remember, this moment isn't just news. It's a turning point. Cassie stood. She spoke. She chose courage over silence. What will you choose next? Speak. Act. Demand truth.